Hi everyone, FPL Matt Day here, and this is my Euro 2024 Fantasy Group C preview. If you're new here, please give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and get any comments and questions or thoughts in ahead of Euro 2024 Fantasy. If you haven't done already, check out the banner that's scrolling at the bottom of this video. You can join my at FPL Matt Day mini league. See if you can win the league, beat my team as well. We've got over 50 entrants in there. The code is coming up now on the screen. Capital T A, lowercase I, uppercase T V and A. So come and join now. Anyway, we'll share screen to just quickly talk through the teams that are in Group C, and then we'll go through the best players for fantasy. So on screen here, you can see Slovenia in first, probably not predicted to do too much in this group. You've got Denmark, semi-finalists against England in Euro 2020. Serbia, always one of those teams you expect a bit more out of, and they never quite get there. And then England, who are big tournament favourites, probably along with the likes of sort of France this year as well. So that is Group C. I've done my tournament prediction as well, so you can check that out on my channel if you haven't done already. But let's go into sharing the screen to go through the player picks for fantasy. And we will start with the team I mentioned, who's probably not quite as fancied in this group, and that's Slovenia. So here you can see them on screen. We'll just zoom in a little bit more for you. And Sesko there, the forward from Red Bull, he's probably one of the ones that you'd look at that price point and you'd think might be quite good in the Serbia game, Denmark game. If they're going to score, he's probably going to be involved. He's highly rated. He's 1% owned as well. Only 7 million, but it's very, very hard to get those forwards in at the moment. We'll go through the rest of their team. It's probably not huge much you're even going to look at in that midfield. And we've got Horvat there, 5.5 mil, maybe good for the ball recoveries, but there's just plenty of other players to pick from. Jan Oblak, another big favourite, the goalkeeper, 2% selected, but he is 5 million. And again, there's better 5 million choices. You can see Cernavagoj at 4.5 million as a cheap fifth budget midfielder that people obviously put in at 1%. They're just trying to fill that gap in their teams. So that is Slovenia. There's not huge amounts to go through with them, unfortunately. But let's go to our next country in Group C. I'm going to go to Scandinavians, the semi-finalists, the winners in Euro 92, when they weren't even supposed to be in the tournament, and they were able to come in and win it. But Denmark always have good picks and surprise assets for Euro games or World Cup games. And Højlund, 7.5 million, 6% owned. Really good pick in that first game against Slovenia. If you're looking to break that template front three of Lukaku, Mbappe, and Kane. Christian Eriksen, obviously awful what happened to him in the last Euros, but he's back for another one. 3% owned. Always in and around the pens, the free kicks, the corners. Good pick in a Denmark shirt. Highly selected players there. You've got Darami as well, midfielder at 7 million. Let's scroll down. Dolberg was quite popular at the last Euros as well. The forward Damsgaard as well at 6 million. All probably a really good pick actually at 1%. Knows where the net is in a Denmark shirt. We'll scroll down. Marla, he's always been a very popular pick. Was picking Euro 2020 fantasy. 5.5 mil, very attacking fullback. Haven't seen him in too many teams so far for this Euro fantasy, so one to keep an eye on. Pierre-Emerick Højbjerg, again, really good in the last Euros when it comes to goals, assists, ball recoveries, 5.5 mil, 1% owned, a really good alternative to someone like Rodri. And then we'll scroll down further into their squad. Not huge amounts else that you'd probably look at. Brun Larsen, seen him in FPL. Handy pick. You've got Schmeichel there, the keeper. 5 million, maybe not bad for the first game. Christensen as well, another strong pick when it comes to Denmark, and Kaiser as well. And we'll just scroll down a little bit more. And I think we're about to end there on Denmark. But some very interesting picks, especially Marla, who I mentioned, hasn't really been in many teams compared to the last Euros. And he's very, very attacking as well. So let's go to Serbia. They used to call them the Brazilians of Europe, some of the Eastern European players back in the day. Very, very good footballers. So let's scroll up and let's take a look at what we can pick from this squad. Vlahovic, the Juve forward, only 1% selected. England first up. Mitrovic as well. Always one to look out for in a Serbia shirt. Probably your favourite picks. Milenkovic Savic, I feel like he's a few tournaments too old now. You know, he was good maybe Euro 2014. Euro 2016 type of time, not 2014, or, you know, those World Cup 2014 eras, you know, all the old games when Serbia, you know, may or may not have been in tournaments, but I don't think at that value there at 6.5 million anymore. The same for Kostic. I feel like he's kind of had his time in UEFA games. Dusan Tadic, he's always been a bit up and down as well, but he's currently at 0% selected. May have not even made the squad there if you're having a look here. No, sorry, it's because I've clicked midfielder out there on Xhaka. So it's only highlighting the midfielders. But we'll scroll down further into this squad. Grujic there, if he plays in midfield at 5 mil, could be really good for ball recoveries. And we'll scroll down further into this Serbia squad. And there's not much there. There's not much being selected at all. A lot of 4 million keepers, a ton of keepers in the game so far. Quite a lot of 4.5 million defenders as well. Could be quite good for that Slovenia game, but not something we'd probably look forward to in the England game. And that's going to be it for Serbia. I think, again, Mitrovic, Vlahovic are kind of your outside bets. And then, you know, can Kostic do something like he's done at previous tournaments? Wait and see for me. So let's go to one of the tournament favourites. A lot of players to pick from England. Got to the final of Euro 2020, lost on penalties, had some big performers in the squad that are still here this time around. So the most selected England player, of course, is Harry Kane. 49% selected on penalties. The talisman, the main goal scorer, was close to the Golden Boot as well in previous tournaments. Was a Golden Boot winner in World Cup 2018. Jude Bellingham, another very popular pick at 9.5 million, 45% selected. But for me, I think Foden, if he gets the start at 0.5 million cheaper and 32% selected, he's the better pick for me. Big eye for goal. Great season at Man City. Saka, if he gets in that front three as well, 1 million less than Bellingham, 14% selected, you know, has done well in an England shirt. And then Cole Palmer, great outside bet at 7.5 million. If he does get the nod over Saka, what a great season he had at Chelsea. Grealish and Maddison are on there, but they're not in the squad. Ollie Watkins, Rashford, Bowen, you wouldn't even look at. Declan Rice, 6.5 million, an alternative to Rodri if you're looking at ball recoveries. Does chip in with the odd goal and assist as well. Kieran Trippier, £6 million. Likely to start at left back as well. So he could be really, really good if you're looking to pay that premium price. Trent Alexander-Arnold as well, if he gets that midfield spot at 14% owned and 5.5 million, will be in a lot more teams than 14%. A few other wild cards in there like Mainu and Eze. You've got Pickford, 24%, 5 million keeper, always a good pick. John Stones, 5 million, 4% selected. Luke Shaw, always a big pick in England teams for fantasy games, but 1% selected right now because we're not sure if he's going to play. Scored in the Euro 2020 final. Big pick in these tournaments, but low owned right now. So watch out if it's going to be him or Kieran Trippier. We'll scroll down a bit more. Obviously, Maguire is injured, so there could be space for someone here like Konsa, Gahey at 4.5 million. There could be some really cheap opportunities to get into this England defence, or even Lewis Dunk at 4 million, who's been confirmed in this England squad. So that is one to look out for as well if you want a cheap route into the England defence. So we'll stop sharing screen. I hope you enjoyed this fantasy Euro 2024 Group C preview. Let me know in the comments what you think. Subscribe to the channel if you are new and give the video a like. I'll see you all in the next one for the Group D preview. I'm FPL Matt Day. Bye for now, and thanks so much to everyone that has tuned in.